Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 5.
Grand Forks police are investigating a crime that might break the hearts of anyone who respects veterans. Good evening and thanks for joining us tonight. The memorabilia of a Hatton World War II hero has been stolen and his surviving daughter wants it back. Kay Peterson says someone broke into their Grand Forks home this week and stole memories that can never be replaced. Valley News Team's Neil Carlson has our story.
During the D-Day invasion of World War II, Harris Holman of Hatton led a group of 12 men on ropes through withering gunfire up the cliffs of Normandy Beach in France. Holman was one of 3 men who survived. I talked with Holman about that day before he passed away in 2002.
And I didn't think I was going to make it. I didn't think I was going to come back alive. A lot of them didn't, you know, the guys that I was with. They didn't make it.
During the war, Holman went on to help liberate concentration camps and more before being wounded at the Battle of the Bulge. Now, this week, someone broke into his surviving daughter's Grand Forks home and stole a box of Holman's memorabilia.
Somebody's got to know something, and I want my stuff back. I don't care about how they did it or what happened. I don't care about anything that was broken in the house. I just want my dad's stuff back.
The stolen box of memorabilia is similar to this one. It contains memories of her father she planned to pass on to the next generation in their family. Now a thief will likely try to pawn the items or sell them online.
He came home and he married my mom. My mom waited for him for 4 years. They got engaged, but they didn't get married because he didn't know that he'd come home alive. And then he went to work at the Hatton Creamery. And he worked there for just about 30 years.
What that thief did is steal the medals, ribbons, and honor of Harris Holman, a man who died with a bullet still lodged in his hip and shrapnel in his body.
I got a grandson, and I hope that he'll never see anything like that, what his grandpa did.
From Grand Forks, Neil Carlson, Valley News Live.
Now, if you'd like to hear the full interview that Neil did with Holman back in 2001, we have it online for you. Just go to valleynewslive.com and click on this story. To our weather now, we had a very windy day out there today, and it's still windy. That sky cam is a moving. Gusts, Hutch, they were something like 30 miles an hour, 40 miles an hour in some areas?
Indeed, they were. In fact, they're currently still over 40 miles per hour through Sisseton. Fargo's peak gusts today have exceeded 40 and approached 50 miles per hour. They're from the northwest. The wind forecast is what we're watching this evening. It will remain brisk out there with gusts over 35 miles per hour until sunset, and then a gradual reduction of wind as we go through the overnight. The snow moving off to the east. It was a very rough and slippery start for many in the northern Red River Valley. The wind advisory continues for most of our counties until 6 o'clock this evening. So hold on to the steering wheel with both hands. Coming up here in a minute, we'll talk about our improving forecast. We'll see better temperatures, a little less wind as well. And we'll talk about any chances of precipitation in the upcoming week here in a few moments.
It'll be nice to have that wind die down a little bit.
Yes, it will make for easier sleeping as well.
Yeah, it sure will. All right, thanks, Hutch. Now, don't forget, you can always get the Valley News Live news and weather text alerts now right to your phone. You can get the latest breaking news, weather, and any updates on your mobile device. Just head to valleynewslive.com to sign up. Moorhead's police chief says tearing through the Village Green golf course and across people's yards is unacceptable. That's Dave Ebiger's reaction to the findings into what went wrong last June during a police chase that had golfers scrambling. Valley News Team's Brad Frederick finds out who's being held accountable here and what's being done to make sure this doesn't happen again.
My parents were home inside, my mom was cooking, and they noticed a commotion going on the golf course in the back. And then they looked through the windows and they saw cars driving through our lawn into the cul-de-sac.
Andrea Haugen says her parents could not believe their eyes.
Went through here and they exited right into the street there.
I think A high-speed chase for a warrant is a little bit excessive. I don't think it was totally necessary to drive through somebody's lawn.
Megan Lundborg saw the chase blow through the neighborhood with her mom that June afternoon. She was just glad there weren't any kids out playing.
Nobody got hurt, and so people were willing to be forgiving on this. We can't be forgiving of ourselves. We have to learn from this and improve.
Chief Ebbinger says the investigation just wrapped up.
Basically, what we engaged in put members of the public at risk, and that's not acceptable.
He also says 3 officers involved received suspensions and 1 other officer a written reprimand.
What you have to do is you don't do things to win the public over, you do the right things. And the right thing in this instance is for us to understand some reckless behavior took place, people have been disciplined for it. Those people are good people that have learned from their mistake, and as a group we're going to learn from it. We're going to move forward and eliminate the occurrences that were problematic.
In Moorhead, Bradford Eric, Valley News Live.
Chief Ebbinger says the officers need to earn the trust of the public, and this pursuit was a bit of a setback, but he hopes greater transparency of his department can help get it back. Prosecutors say a man could be serving 10 to 20 years in jail after he was found guilty today. Today, the jury convicted 25-year-old Prince Jones for first-degree sex trafficking. Jones was accused of trying to prostitute a 13-year-old girl at a South Moorhead motel, but Jones was acquitted of third-degree criminal sexual conduct. His charges accused him of having sex with the girl. His sentence hearing is May 11th. The new Fargo City Hall building is on hold right now. The committee planning the project's recommending the bids be rejected and be redesigned. That's because the bids came in $3 million higher than planned, topping that staggering $30 million mark. The new building would replace the current City Hall, which was built in the 60s. It will add nearly 4 times the amount of space. And while committee members say rebidding the project's the right thing to do, some are concerned about too much corner cutting.
It's important that as we go back and we look at it, this doesn't come down to just dollars and cents, because I know there are times where we have made short-term decisions in the past. We all do it, and I think we've done it as a city. And as we grow and continue to grow, we're doing this for the next generation, not for today. And I think we have to do it right.
Another smaller committee is being organized to see where cuts can be made. The goal is to have a redesign ready for contractors to bid on in mid-July, but construction could still start this year. A big game is coming up in just a few hours for the Dragons in Moorhead. Minnesota State University Moorhead psyching up for their big game on the NCAA Division II tournament. It's tonight in Evansville, Indiana. This is their first time at the Elite Eight. Dragons play 2011 champs Bellarmine at 8:30 tonight. This game's only available on NCAA.com, and there are a couple of suggestions for you on areas to watch the big game. Head over to Buffalo Wild Wings in Moorhead or the TV area in the Comstock Memorial Union on MSUM's campus. North Dakota hunters who are hoping to get their name in 2015 Moose and Elk Lottery are running out of time. Doug Lear joined us today from the North Dakota Game and Fish and says that talk about the fast approaching deadline is coming quick.
If you want to have an opportunity, you have to get your name in the hat. And really, literally, there's no tomorrow. I mean, if you wake up tomorrow morning and think, yeah, I'll fill out the application, get in, you're going to be too late. The computer system shuts down and it's all over with. And
some things to note: there will be 301 elk tags, 130 moose, and actually no bighorn sheep tags this year. That's because the bighorn sheep population has had significant mortality rates because of pneumonia. If you'd like to register, there's still time. You can do that online at the North Dakota Game and Fish Department website. A local business is encouraging everyone to embrace their creative skills. The Plains Art Museum is offering a number of different art classes for adults this spring. Instructors teach anything from clay and ceramics to screen paint printing. Artists say the classes can also be a time to just relax and enjoy trying something different.
Well, I encourage people to try anything they're interested in. Artwork in general allows you to expand your thought process to many different avenues that you normally don't do throughout your day.
For a list of classes and dates, we have a link on our website. Head to valleynewslive.com and click on the Hot button. Strong community support comes in all shapes and sizes, and today it came from a local grocer. The Great Plains Food Bank accepted a big donation from Hornbachers as part of its Feed Hope campaign. Every dollar given provides 4 meals for local seniors. children and others who struggle with hunger. More than $42,000 was donated to fight hunger. Well, still ahead tonight, disturbing new numbers that show just how many dangerous distractions your kid is present with in the car they're driving.
And that air is in a mighty hurry. As we head into the evening, the wind will gradually diminish and conditions gradually improve. I'll have the latest in your forecast coming up next.